Ryan Millington dominated the Cars Tour race at Ace Speedway on Friday, but he eventually came up short, finishing in third behind Carson Quaffle and Brendan Butterbean Queen. Following the race, Millington explained why his car kind of faded towards the end of the race. He had an issue with the track bar. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. As I said, Millington started on the pole, led the majority of the laps, led it halfway, and only really kind of relinquished the lead around lap 30 when he and Brendan Butterbean Queen really kind of got really racy with each other, and then eventually allowed Carson Quaffle to get around both of them. But I think at the end of the race, Quaffle had the better car, and that I do think is because Millington's car started to fade due to this issue with the track bar. Let's kind of take a look at exactly what happened. But before we get to that lap 30 incident, there was also an issue with his left front bumper. It gets caved in, and the announcers eventually noticed it, but they noticed it a couple of laps later than when it actually occurred. So in like lap 38, he has absolutely no damage to the front end of his car. It looks good. Millington is over here on the left side of the screen, so it's going to be a little bit tough to tell because they're double boxing it, so we don't really get the full view. And Butterbean Queen is right behind him, and he's coming up to lap Buddy Isles, and I think he hits something in the corner right there. Right there. I think he hits something right there at the bottom of this corner here, because when we kind of see him come around here, it looks like it's caved in. It's hard to tell because Isles' car covers it up. And the next time we actually get a good look at it with 35 to go, that left front bumper is indeed caved in. And I think he hits something in like turn 4 there. So I'm not sure exactly what he hit, but he clearly hit something that kind of caved in his left bumper. And I don't know if that really affected him because he doesn't seem to think that that was really an issue. He talks about how it was the track bar, but we'll get to that. This is kind of the highlight of the race. Was him and Butterbean Queen really just banging doors here. Millington actually uses him up a little bit, sends him into the wall, or pushes him up against the wall. You can see right there, right there, left rear into the wall. Carson Quaffle looking to go 3 wide, does it right there, goes a little bit 3 wide, eventually thinks a little bit better of it, and falls in line. But he would eventually work past both of them a little bit later on in the race. I think we'd get around Millington on lap 24. Unfortunately, caution would come out, and you have to get around him again after the restart because he hadn't completed the last lap. We did get a hear from Millington at the end of the race. This is from Flow Racing. Here's what he said happened and why he doesn't think he ended up in victory lane.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it was a great night to come here and be fast all weekend and qualify on the pole like we did. I can't complain a bit, but as soon as we got down here, I told them there was a problem in the back, and we started shaking the car and found that the left side track bar came loose and dropped all the way down. So that ended up screwing us because we had a really good piece, lap 70, 80, man. I was still just kind of riding by my time, but stuff happens, right? Mistakes are made, and you just got to learn from them. That's all you can do. But solid P3 tonight. Just gonna go back to the shop and regroup and build off this for Wilkesboro.
Well, you're the local.
So there you have it. He talked about he had a track bar come loose and really kind of affected his car and tightened him up. He also spoke with Matt Weaver after the race as well. Let's take a listen to what he had to say to Matt Weaver.
The track bar, is that what it was?
Track bar came loose on the left side.
Okay.
Slid all the way down, car got tight. But overall, still just a really good night for us. We were fast all day yesterday, fast all day today, qualified on the pole, and led a lot of laps, but fell short at the end. So just have to go back to the shop and regroup and hopefully do a little better at Wilkesboro.
How much do you guys kind of circle this place? Because clearly every single time tour race, yeah.
Yeah, every time we come here, we always run good. Whether we bring a good car or not, it seems like we're always there at the end. So it's definitely one of those places we come to and we always feel like we're going to have a shot at it. So it's nice to come here, but had a solid run at Wilkesboro last year too, so hopefully we can build off that and maybe go pick up the top 5 up there.
Did the track bar make a difference in the results, you think?
Oh, positively, no doubt. I mean, it fell down over 5 inches on the left side, so it got extremely tight. But yeah, that was on those restarts. I mean, the first 5-6 laps, it was just so tight. I couldn't do nothing. It was just all I could just hold on. But overall, still happy at the end of the day. Can't do much about it, but Yeah, solid P3.
And then lastly, you had speed at the old Wilkesboro. It's a completely different racetrack now. What do you think it's going to be like now?
Man, I think it's just going to be one of those places where you just got to run hard all night long. It's going to be like Tri-County, Dominion, just really, really fast place. You got to have it straight up and just have raw speed all night. So I think that's something we always run good at Tri-County. So I think we'll be all right up there.
So there you go. That is what he had to say. And I think that kind of explains him kind of riding up on Butterbean Queen there on that restart with 30 laps to go. Because they did have a caution with 30 laps to go, competition caution came out. And that's why Butterbean was able to kind of be on the outside of him. And they were racing side by side there because before that, Butterbean had got to the back of him. But Millington had got kind of caught up in traffic. And but it was still kind of holding Butterbean off. We also had him speak with Dee's Lugnuts podcast. This is what Millington had to say to them.
Here with Ryan Millington, who started out on the pole tonight here at Ace Speedway in the late model stock cars tour. Led a lot of laps, but at the end, brings it home third. Not the finish that you really wanted, but all in all, a solid night. Podium finish?
Yeah, I mean, I can't complain a bit. I believe in my heart and soul we had the car to win there. Man, lap 60, 70, something started feeling wrong, and that last caution that came out, not the last one, but the one on lap like 90, I was scuffing. And felt the track bar came loose, so left side track bar came loose and slid all the way down, and it went tighter than crap after that. But either way, can't complain. Come here and run 30 with an issue like that, I'm tickled. So we're going to go back to the shop and get it ready for Wilkesboro and go try to have us another solid run there.
On those long run speeds, did you feel like you had any trouble with some of the lap traffic? Do you feel like that interfered with your run, or?
A little bit. I was probably just a little too careful, but I knew I had quite a gap, and I knew the competition caution was coming too. So I was just trying to buy my time right there, but there wasn't much I could do at the end of the day. They ended up being better at the end, and give them props to that.
All right, Ryan Millington, you don't have.
So that is what Ryan Millington had to say. He made it very clear, I think, that he thought he had the car to win. And I think if you watch the race, I think that was probably is accurate. I don't think anyone really had anything for him until it looked like he did indeed get tight. He's saying that the track bar got loose. It fell 5 inches, and it was really hard for him to turn the car, especially 5 or 6 laps after those restarts. But then he was able to kind of get going. But I'm wondering too if he said that it kind of happened on like lap 90. I think that was with that competition caution. That was the lap 90 caution, and I'm wondering if whatever he hit in turns 3 or 4 might have like bent down the bumper and then maybe, I don't know, whacked something underneath the car or something. I'm not sure, and that could have loosened the track bar, causing him to get tight there because we clearly saw the damage on the car. Around lap 35, but I think as I showed you, it looked like it happened around like lap 38 coming out of turn 4. It looks like he hit something there at the bottom of turn 4 and it kind of caves in that left bumper. But let me know what you guys made, what Ryan Millington had to say here following the Cars Tour race at Ace Speedway. Obviously still a really good points night for him. Led the most laps, led a lap, finished in third. I think definitely it improves his season significantly, and I think he will do well moving forward at North Wilkesboro. It gives him a lot of confidence going forward. Let me know what you guys make of what Ryan Millington had to say here. Let me know in the comments below.